Welcome back to Great North Gaming. It's great to have you here with us today, and it's time to continue our franchise mode here with the Vancouver Canucks. So if you missed the last episode, we were eliminated in the first round in a tough battle there with Minnesota. We did not have Jack Hughes. He was injured until June 25th. He got injured right at the end of the season, so maybe that could have pushed us over the top there. But Edmonton went on to win the Stanley Cup in a 4-0 sweep against Philadelphia. So a quick little recap there. Next thing I wanted to talk about is our coaching. So in this offseason, our entire coaching staff, except for Patrick Waugh, is due to be renewed. We are going to choose not to renew these guys' contract. Patrick Waugh is going to stay on as our goaltender coach. We have him for the next 2 years after this season here. I really like him to mentor Lascelles and Medvedev down in the minors. We'll get to them in a second here. But that's the plan for coaching. So Adam Foote, he's going to be gone. I want to look for a more offensive game structure. Our defense is really good, but our problem is goal scoring here. So I think that's the plan for coaching. Next up is the draft class. So our scouts didn't do a really good job again, but we do have a franchise player coming into the league here, a franchise center playmaker. So I went ahead and did some pre-scouting on some players here. We can take a look at the draft board here. So I have a bunch of players pinned here. I went through and looked at some good potential draft picks, but I am interested in moving up to number 10 here to get Samuel Holt. I really like this guy. He's a left-wing grinder. He's NHL ready. I think we need a tough grinder on this team. We have a lot of playmakers. We have a lot of two-way forwards, a lot of snipers. I think we need a nice grinder, so I'm willing to move up if the team is willing to trade away the 10th overall pick. Speaking of moving up, we have some trading assets that we need to take care of. Lankinen's definitely needs to be moved off of this year. He's got 4.5 left for another 2 years. We've got to move off that contract. Lascelles, he jumped up to an 88 this year, so we got him locked up for 2 more years after this one. His stats are looking pretty good all around. That stick low's a little bit worrisome, but other than that, overall, so we can get to work on his reflexes this summer, to work on his angles and his stick low there. But Medvedev, even though he had an amazing playoff run for us, he did all right in the regular season, 9-5-6 and 9-13, 2-7-2. But then go to the playoffs here, he was 3-4. He got 1 shutout. He was a 9.29 and a 2.45. If you don't take into account that Game 7, he was running at like a 9.35 or a 9.45 throughout the playoffs. He was killing it for us, but I'm surprised he didn't jump up. But we got 2 young goaltenders here, so Lankinen's definitely the guy we want to move off of this offseason. Defensively, Wallander's definitely someone we want to move off of. He's definitely a great defenseman, but looking at our defensive core, I still want to keep around Phil Peronic for right now. Until one of these guys maybe grow to take the spot. He's 30 years old. We got him locked up. It doesn't make sense for me to move him right now. He has a no movement clause, so next year we can look at moving him if we want to. But he's on a pretty good contract for a top 2 defenseman. He plays well with Quinn Hughes, so I'm happy with that. Luke Hughes, and then Silviev, his stats really came up this year. So I think we're going to get him to work on his senses, his offensive awareness in this offseason, just to kind of round him out a little bit better. And maybe he can be a bottom pairing guy, and Nemec might be the guy to play upside of Luke Hughes or Ben Danford. We'll see how he jumps up to play alongside of Luke there. So we have 1 trading asset in Wallander there. His contract extension's way too high here. Like, he wants $6.5 million. That's a lot, especially when we have a bunch of these young guys here. I don't know who's going to grow, but they're on good contracts right now. I think Wallander's the odd man out. And we have a lot of righties, and Nemec and Danford can both play the left. So I think that's the guy to move off of. In the system, We have a couple guys that could be bottom 6, so, you know, we can, if we have good growth, maybe Hronik, someone we want to move off of to free up some cap space. Speaking of cap space, we got something to talk about here in a second, but let's finish going through our team here. Brock Besser is definitely someone I want to try to move off of. He's at 7.5. I'm going to see if he wants to waive his new no move clause, or at least modify it, because he was playing third line minutes for us last year. He wasn't really working with our scheme fit. He didn't have a great year, 13 goals, 16 assists, and he was playing first power play still as well. Left wingers were all good there, and then centers, we are all good there. So we have a couple trading assets, but as I was pre-scouting ahead of the video here, I took a look at pending free agents, and look who is available. So Austin Matthews. Like, I don't know if it's possible to even bring in an Austin Matthews, but if we can do it, we definitely have to. We have to capitalize. We may be screwing ourselves in the future, but I definitely think we can try to do that. It'd be enticing for Matthews to come and play with a bunch of his American buddies and come play with Quinn, Jack, Luke, and oh my God, that'd be insane. So let's hop into the NHL entry draft, see what moves are to be made, and see if we can move off of some of our assets here. Let's hop to it. Alrighty, so we're here in the NHL entry draft. The first thing I want to check here is number 10. So Buffalo wants to give up 9. Okay, so Buffalo is definitely someone we want to make a trade with here. Let's talk to Brock Besser here. Clause options. All right, he's going to give us 3 teams. Perfect. Thank you, Brock Besser. I'm guessing Buffalo is not going to be on your list. No, Chicago, Montreal, Toronto, of course. All right, so second, 9th overall pick. I'd be willing to give up Wallander here. And I'd be willing to give up 18. That's a lot. How about 2/3? So Wallander and 2/3. They still control his rights there, so even if he doesn't want to resign, they can flip him. For the 9th overall pick, will it go through? Trade rejected. All right. Let's give up a second next year. I want to try to hold on to that first. There we go. We got it to go through with 2/3 there. Alrighty. So now we have the 9th overall pick here. So let's go to Chicago, Montreal, Toronto. Preferably Montreal or Toronto. Montreal has some cap space. Okay. Brock Besser. They want to give up some rookies here, so left wing sniper, sure. Let's see if they'll go that straight up here. Trade accepted. Perfect. We got the full money off the book, so we brought back an asset there. It's not going to help our team right now, but we are bringing in this grinder who's supposed to be NHL ready. So I'm still liking our team, and we freed up some good cap space there. So we got a couple good big trades done here. So next is Lankinen here. So Bruins, Buffalo. Let's take a look at Boston here. Buffalo, do you need a goalie? No, they don't need a goalie. Boston. Do they want Lankinen? They want Lankinen, so they need a backup there. And they're taking on that money for me, so I will take back just a 4th round pick, and give me your worst goaltender back. That's fine there. All right, we'll go through. Trade accepted. Perfect. We're not going to cheese the system there too much. So Jaskins, he's an 82 overall franchise player. Okay. I realized in the last video, my last draft, that I didn't go through and edit or look at all the players here. So Schultz, he was 81, high elite, Vanyar, Rollings, Pugh, Cullens, Fulberg, Hare. Alrighty. So our guy is still available. There also is this guy here. He's similar style Patrick Kane, but this guy, Holt. Let me look at Holt here. Yeah, Sean Couturier. This is definitely someone we want to bring into this team. So with the 9th overall pick from Germany, the Vancouver Canucks select Samuel Holt. And 79 overall, a medium elite grinder. All right, let's see who they... Ooh. Huh, 1 second. Can we get them both? We could get them both here. Let's see if we can make a trade with Utah here. What do you guys want? I'd be willing to do that. Samuel Holt, that's good trade value. I'll give you the 18th. And 4 4th round picks. Perfect. There we go. So we're going to get 2 medium elite players here. 80 overall. So that's amazing. So that's great moves here. He has great overall stats. This guy's going to be a beast. And Holt, yeah, this guy, they're both going to be beasts. All right. So we just brought in 2 young rookies there. Don't worry, Vancouver fans. We're not rebuilding still. We're still trying to make the playoffs here. But we have to bring in young talent in order to make these trades work. Like, we got to get rid of some of these players here. Urov, lowly, possibly. That was a gamble. Perfect. All right. Alrighty here. Let's just go back here. This guy's probably low elite too. Seaman, no. No, let's just get some draft picks for next year. I don't really see any more drafting, so let's try to get a 3rd for next year. A 3rd and a 5th. Perfect. All right, so that's been a successful draft. We got rid of a bunch of cap space off the team. We brought in 2 young rookies here in Holt and Kindell, both ready to make the team next year, both on the left wing. So now if you look at our left wingers, yeah, we finally got, like, we had Isaac Howard, we have Hollinger, Mullen, O'Connor, but now we have 2 studs on the left wing. We have Lecker-Mackey on the right wing. Oh, and then down the middle, this team's going to be good. All right, so let's hop to the re-sign stage here. Alrighty, so we're here in the re-sign stage here. So our goaltenders are locked up, which this is beautiful. Soderblom, Young, Quinn. Yeah, we got to sign a bunch of defensemen next year, but that's okay. We're good for this year. Do you want to come back? Cheap, perfect. See, and like we can also move off of some of these guys, right? We have all these 79, almost 80 overall guys that can be our bottom 6 guys. When you have Quinn Hughes, Luke Hughes, Hronek, and say one of these guys is an 88, it doesn't really matter who's on your bottom pair. Shouldn't say that. It does matter, but it matters a whole lot less. And we got a bunch of young defensemen coming up here, so maybe it's one of these guys earns their shot in the lineup this year. All right. Right wingers, Lekermaki's an 87. Perfect. Cowan, 82. Podkolzin, that's off the books next year. That's good. Anthony Mantha, do you want to come back cheap for some depth? Perfect. I'll take that. Kimachek, do you want to come back cheap? Perfect. You can come back. And we can trade away some more of our depth too, right? And try to sign some cheaper depth. Right now our depth is making like $3-4 million bucks. So we can definitely save some money on that. Like if you look at a guy like say like Hollinger. I know he was playing first line, but really this guy is a third liner. He's making 4.5. Isaac Howard, that's definitely looking like a bad contract. 5.8. We might want to move off of these guys here. And like centers, Bluger, he's making quite a bit. Ratty's making quite a bit. O'Connor, he's making quite a bit. 3.25. That's going to come off the books next year. But so we have a lot of players making a lot of money here, but our top guys aren't making. Who do we got to sign here? Steven Lorenz. Do you want to come back cheap? Perfect. You can come back cheap with some depth. I don't need you. And we'll sign you. Perfect. And we want to sign our 2 young studs here, especially if these guys are coming in the lineup. We can really make some moves this offseason. So, 71-19, you can come play in the AHL. 73-19, high top 6, you can come play in the AHL. Perfect. So that's all taken care of. So let's hop to free agency. Let's see if Austin Matthews is available. We'll take care of our coaching because we are not going to be re-signing these guys here. Thank you for your service, but we are going to be moving on. So let's hop to free agency. Hey boys, so we're just about ready to jump into free agency here. I haven't taken a look who's available yet, so let's click it. Let's see. And he's available, and he has high interest, and we have the money to sign him. We got to do this. And then do we also free up some cap space and try to bring in Brady Tkachuk and have the ultimate Team America here? Oh my God. All right, Austin Matthews, you're coming on this team. You're not liking that. I want the flexibility to be able to move you, my man. All right, 7 years. Let's give him 90% there. He has high organizational interest. We may be screwing ourselves by doing this. Let's see, 16.5. All right. Do we also sign an offer to Brady? I don't really like his stats, to be honest. Like, his defense isn't very great. Offense, His puck skills. How does he do? Yeah, he hasn't been simulating great. I'm not really worried about that. Austin's the big fish. I don't know if we're going to get him. I really don't. Who else is available here? Should sort by UFA here. Defense. Yeah, Austin Matthews is really the guy I want to bring in. Anyone else, the money doesn't really make sense. So let's see if Austin Matthews extends with us. Coaching staff. So let's hire some coaches here. Let's see who's available. Craig Berube. He has high organizational, like high scheme fit. All the players seem to like him. He's 62. That's my problem. I don't want him to retire. Looking for someone with the high organizational interest. Or high team fit, sorry. Costins. I don't really like... It's got high scheme fit. You know what? Let's go for the big fish here. Let's try to bring in Craig Berube. We'll pay you. Here you go, Craig Berube. Let's put almost $30 million in your face. All right, now we need an assistant coach. I do kind of like this guy. Maybe he can... Let's bring this guy in as a associate coach. He can run the power play, and maybe he can develop into a good head coach. So give him lots of money there, see if he accepts, and then good power play, but good. I need a good penalty kill. Perfect. This guy's perfect. And we'll give you a bunch of money as well. Forbes. Oh, I did not mean to interview the coach. Usually freezes after, but it's okay. Give you a lot of money as well. So we got that taken care of. And then scouts. I will take care of hiring some scouts on my own here. That's no problem. Contract extensions. You know what? Let's wait to see if Austin Matthews signs with us, and then we'll do contract extensions. All right, advance a day. Come on, Austin. Craig Berube's here. Costi went to Washington. That's okay. Forbes, he's signed. Austin, he's signed. Oh my. I wasn't expecting that. So now if you look at our forwards, Austin Matthews, Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so there's definitely some moves to be made. I think Isaac Howard's definitely someone we can move off of, but we'll wait to the jump of the regular season. But now we got to take a look at contract extensions here. We may have screwed ourselves here. So Silviev, he wants 1.45. Let's see if he accepts that. I would take that. 3.3, Danford, 4.8, Podkolzin, O'Connor doesn't want an extension, 3.4, Hag, 2.2, we're in a time that we got to win right now, so we got to keep these guys as cheap as possible. All right, so we got some good contract extensions there. We're going to wait on Nemec and Danford. All right, let's advance a day. Actually, I'm going to take care of the scouting, hiring the scouts, and we'll be right back. All right, so we got the scouts taken care of here. So we're going to advance a day, see who accepts the contract extensions here. Okay, our scouts are signing here. Got a bunch of A-plus scouts. I went heavy on the NHL because we're looking to add players to this team this year. I'm not as worried about drafting this year. Like, our first round pick is up for grabs. Coots, Hag. Oh, they all signed. That is amazing. We just saved so much money with those guys. So Silviev is 1.3 for the next 2 years, and he's still an RFA. And then Hag and Coots, so we got 2.1 and 1.9 for the next 2 and 3 years, both still under RFA. Oh, yes. So we can build a team here. So Bluger, he might be someone we might want to move off of here. So let's hop up to the start of the regular season here. I'm going to do some coaching conversations here. We'll take care of that, and then we will hop to the regular season. We'll take a look at our lines and see if there's any more trades we want to make to give ourselves the best opportunity to win the Stanley Cup here in the year 4. Alrighty, we'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, so we're back here. And look at this. Lascelles is up to a 90 overall. My God. Medvedev's an 82. Okay, and then in the system, Soderblom. Yeah, nothing too crazy down here. My God, Lascelles a 90. Defense, Hughes, Hronek, Hughes, Silviev, Nemec, Danford in the system. Machini. Yeah. All right. So those are our 6. And then forwards, Matthews, Hughes, Heischer, Leckermacky, Mulin's up to an 85. Nice. O'Connor, Hag's up to an 84. Hollander's an 83. Isaac Howard, yeah, that's definitely someone we want to move off of. Same with Easton Cowan. All right. Bluger, you can stay playing 4th line for me. Yeah, you're still good defensively. I like Bluger. Mantha, you can go down. In the system, I want to call up Ratty. Yeah, I want Ratty up on my 4th line. Kindle. Yeah, I want Kindle up here. And where is Holt? I want to be playing these guys. I think Isaac Howard's definitely out. Easton Cowan's walked himself off this team. Podkolzin, he's an 82. Yeah, I think I want to keep Podkolzin up. I think Bluger's going down. Holt. Yeah, I want to play the young guys this year, because if we can free up some more cap space, so if we can free up 5, yeah, we could free up a lot of money down here. All right, let's take a look at the team here. Edit the lines. All right, I'll take care of editing the lines. We'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so we got the lines edited here. So I made a couple changes. I brought up Easton Cowan and I brought up Atu Ratti. So our lines are looking like Jack Hughes, Austin Matthews, and I'm going to go with Miles Mullen on the first line. He's got great offensive stats. I'm hoping I want to put 2 playmakers alongside Austin Matthews. I just want this guy to tear it up. Maybe we need a right-wing power forward of the future, but we can look at that. Second line, Jonathan Lekramacky, Nico Hischier, and Michael Hagg. I like this combination. Hopefully we can get the chemistry to work out. Third line, Easton Cowan, Brandon Coots, and Kindle. And then third line, Samuel Holt, Atu Ratti, and Podkolzin. Defensively, Hronek and Quinn Hughes, Luke Hughes, and Ben Danford, Nemec, and Silviev. Danford's stats are looking really good. Next offseason, we got to work on his skating or his physical to really booster that up. But other than that, offensively, he's looking great. So power play. This power play is insane. So Nico Hischier, Austin Matthews, Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes, and Luke Hughes. This better be the #1 power play in the league. Second line, I'm putting Austin Matthews doubling up on the power play. We're not using him at all on the penalty kill, even though he's great on the penalty kill. We're going to take him off unless we need to. That's our power play 2. Penalty kill, we're going with the kids. So Hischier and Holt with Silviev and Hughes. Jack Hughes and Kindle with Luke and Hronek. And then Coots and Hagg, Nemec, and Danford on the third. And then in the net, we have Lassell and Medvedev. So leaving us scratch, we have Drew O'Connor. This guy's a pending UFA. I definitely think we should try to trade this guy, recoup some assets. He doesn't want to resign. We can't afford him. And besides his defensive stats, I'm really not crazy about anything at all. He's got some good puck control, some decent offensive awareness, but skating, physical, not really good for a third liner. Now's Hollinger. I like his stats all around, but I don't like his contract, 4.5 for the next 4 years. And then Teddy Bluger, same thing. I like his stats, but 2.35 for the next 2 years. If we can get this off the books this year, we can add to this top 6 here, and then we can go something like this down here, and we can, add to that first line. I definitely think this is a Stanley Cup winning team. We have a 94, 95, a 96, 2 91s, and a 90 overall in net. We should definitely be a playoff team here. So we're going to look at the trades in the next video to see what we want to add to this team. I'm thinking a right-wing power forward. Maybe Kindle or Holt's going to be that of the future, so maybe we want to hold off on that for right now. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Should we add to this team? Do you think this team's ready to go to the playoffs? What do you think of the line combinations? That and everything. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Have a great day. Peace.